So, Eduardo, so 3 games in the season, including one against a good Power 5 or Power 4 team. What have you learned about yourself at this level and then this team as well?
What have I learned from the 3 games so far? Um, just trying to figure out my role on the team. Um, I've learned a lot, I would say. I've learned how together this team is. That's definitely something I've learned. That we compete at a high level. I feel like um, that we're a group that is gonna work hard and is gonna show up.
You said your role. So you sort of had an idea what your role was going to be before the
Uh-huh.
season started, but now that you're into it a little bit, has it changed? What you define your role?
No, I feel like my role has kind of been the same since before the season started. Again, like I've said previously, trying to bring a leadership role into this team, and guide everybody as much as best as I can, and encourage and uplift everybody on this team.
The thing about athletics that I've always kind of found interesting is that it hardly, I mean, coaches will spend hours coming up with a game plan.
Uh-huh.
You guys will watch all the film and study the game, but then you get in the game itself, and sometimes it just never goes according to plan. Amani gets in early foul trouble in the big game.
Mhm.
So now all of a sudden you're being thrust out there.
Mhm.
Just kind of take me through that. What was that like? All of a sudden your role gets expanded. It probably wasn't what you were expecting going in, but now it's in the middle of the game and this is what I got to do. What was that experience like for you?
Just as a competitor, I feel like I'm ready for whatever gets thrown at me. Whether that's Amani getting in foul trouble early, I have to play like a bigger role on the team. Regardless what happens, whether up, down, sideways, I feel like I'm ready to compete at all times. And once my name's called, I just go out there and perform to the best of my abilities.
Offensively, people may look at you and say, okay, here's a post guy, we want to throw it to him on the blocks. That's obviously not the forte of this team.
Mm-hmm.
How has learning how to play on the perimeter, the screening, the passing, the rolling, fit in with you, and do you feel like you're getting more comfortable with that?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, I knew coming into this that I'm not going to be as much of a low block guy as maybe I've been previously in my other places. I knew that I would have to expand my game a little bit. I've enjoyed it. I've had fun doing it. I like it. I'm good with it. I feel like I've been doing a good job at it. It took a little time at first getting used to it, but I feel like I'm enjoying it, and I feel like I'm doing a great job at it.
You have to learn different players' tendencies, different people's, like how they come off screens, things like that.
Yeah, definitely. Different players play differently, so you have to understand. Some people might like screen set a certain way. Some people might like you to do certain things. Some people might cut off a lot. Some people maybe don't want to go into a handoff where they got to dribble it. Some people just want you to set the screen a certain way. So that's what practice is for. You pick up everybody's tendencies and you just kind of go from there.
Techniques of blocking a shot. With your length, obviously, you can do that. You've done that. So
Mhm.
are there various techniques of being a good shot blocker, things you can do and things you shouldn't do?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a timing thing for me. It's kind of always been a timing thing. You have to be good at timing when the opposing player is going to release the ball, and just you have to kind of meet it in the air. You can't really go to them because that's when normally you get fouls called on you and stuff. You kind of have to go get it while it's up, and just have pretty good timing.
Friday night, so like once Pitt kind of got up, 8, 10, 12 points,
Mm-hmm.
were you surprised that there wasn't a better response on your guys' part?
Yeah, you could say that. I felt like the game should have been a lot closer than it was. I felt like our response wasn't where it needed to be. Me personally, I felt like we should have responded in a better way and kind of weathered their storm a little bit. I mean, teams are going to go on runs.
Right.
Guys are going to make shots. If you look at the start of that game, they made a bunch of tough shots, contested shots, and sometimes teams do that. You just can't control that. But where I feel like we should have been better is maybe weather it a little bit better. String along a couple more stops and go back on offense and execute. And we struggled a little bit to do that, but again, that's what practice is for, and we're working on it. And yeah, we're working on it.
Seems like Iona plays a little bit different style pressing defensively. So, what kind of challenge is that to face something you haven't really faced before? And what's again your role when it comes to press break?
So yeah, Iona tomorrow. So the way they play, they try and out tough you. They're gonna be a physical team. They're gonna try and punk you a little bit. They're gonna try and get into you a little bit, kind of shake you up. With teams like that, or just people like that in general, you kind of have to use it against them, kind of use their momentum against them, and kind of when they try and speed you up, you kind of have to slow down and just make reads. You see how they press. We just have to run out. We have our sets to break presses. We just got to run them, execute, and break the presses, and just take what they give us.
Eduardo, how different would you say that you and Amani play that position?
I feel like we do. We both have our strengths. I feel like he's probably going to shoot a lot more threes. He probably spaces the floor a little bit more with his shooting ability. Me, I'm more of a rim roller. So it's two things that are good. Someone that can space the floor, someone that can roll.
Right, because I was going to ask, because it looked like it didn't change too much. Yeah, you're not going to shoot threes, but you probably don't want to shoot threes, right? So it didn't seem like it was terribly different when you were in there and you were productive. But I was curious, like if you know you're going to play like 12 minutes a game, all of a sudden it goes to 24, 25. Do you try to play more like Amani to make it more of a normal offense for everybody, or just do what you do and just you got to stretch it for 26 minutes?
I've never kind of been the person where I've wanted to play like someone else. I kind of know what I do well and what I bring to the team, and I just focus on that and do what I know I can do well. I don't want to go out there and start doing a bunch of stuff that I don't do on a regular basis. I'd rather just do what I know I can do well and what I feel like can help the team win.
You listed a couple of the things that you have to do to create a successful block shot. If you don't get that block shot that you go after, what's the most difficult thing about transitioning from that effort to rebounding?
In that instance, you just got to go get the ball. If you don't get it, you just gotta be quick. You gotta try and go get it. It's about your second jump, your second boost of energy. You just gotta go and get it. If you don't get it,
You're off the ground. You're going after the ball, getting to the floor, swinging, finding it. Are those things? That be a little tougher than it looks?
You said, can you repeat
just
that?
Seeing where the ball is. After you've gone after it.
When I'm blocking the shot, I kind of try and keep track of the ball. So if I missed it, I kind of know which kind of direction it's going in. So I just kind of follow it a little bit and try and get it.